Today on the Happy House, I'm going to show you how to make some of our Irish favorites, starting with boxty. Then I'm going to show you my favorite way to make boiled cabbage, and of course, it wouldn't be complete without Irish soda bread. All right now on the Happy House. We're going to start out making this lovely Irish soda bread. I usually buy mine at the store, but this year I couldn't find any. But you know what? It's pretty simple to make, so let's get started. Sift together your dry ingredients. 2½ cups of flour, 3 tablespoons of sugar, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, and ½ teaspoon of salt. Next, prepare 1 1/4 cups of buttermilk. I had to make my own. It's so simple, just a tablespoon of vinegar to 1 cup of milk and let it sit for 5 minutes. While that's sitting, cut in 1/3 a cup of butter. Next, add about ½ cup of raisins. Mix all of that together until it forms large crumbs. Then go ahead and add your 1 1/4 cups of buttermilk. On a lightly floured surface, knead all of that dough together and then shape it into a ball. Bake at 375 degrees for 30 to 35 minutes. It should come out with a light brown crust. Now it's time to make our potato cakes, also known as boxty. You're going to fill a pot of boiling water and add ½ a small bag of sliced potatoes. While those are boiling, take the other half of the potatoes and shred them in a food processor. Now some people like to peel their potatoes, but I don't because I like the flavor that the skins add. Plus, it also adds those extra vitamins and nutrients. Next, take a tea cloth and pour your shredded potatoes onto the cloth. Fold up the corners of the cloth and take your bundle and hold it over the sink. You're going to squeeze and press out all the liquid until no more liquid comes out when you squeeze it. Otherwise, you're going to have very soggy potato patties. When your other potatoes are done boiling and are nice and tender, drain the water and begin to mash them with a potato masher or a whisk. Next, slice up a bunch of green onions. Add 3/4 a cup of buttermilk. Again, I made my own. Mix all of that together and let's get ready to season it. Go ahead and add in your green onions. Next, add cracked pepper according to your liking. Next, add your mineral salt or sea salt. And I like to add in a little bit of garlic powder. Next, mix in your shredded potatoes and then crack about 2 large eggs into the mixture. Next, add about 1 cup of flour and mix it until it forms a dough. At this point, I like to add some grated Parmesan cheese, and I like to sample it and see what seasonings I'm lacking. Maybe I need more salt, maybe a little bit more garlic powder. Then grease the griddle on medium-high, shape your dough into patties, and begin frying them. This is how your patties should look when they're finished. Nice and crisp and golden on the outside, and well done on the inside. Time for the cabbage. Fill up a boiling pot of water and chop up about ½ a head of cabbage. Boil until tender. Next, I like to take a turnip and chop it up and add it to my cabbage for a nice mild little kick. Let all the flavors of the turnip simmer with the cabbage. Then drain the water, add in your butter and let it melt, and go ahead and give it some salt. That's all you need. Alright, I think our corned beef roast is ready. I just roasted this according to the directions on the package. I bought some nice Irish cheddar to go with the flavors of our dinner. This bread is warm, it's ready, it smells so good. I've been keeping my box tea warm in the oven, and I've topped it with sour cream and diced chives. Dinner is served. And we end this feast with rainbow floats. Just get some rainbow sherbet and lime soda. Delicious!